Welcome, or indeed welcome back, to a culinary episode of Hands on Film. Today we are travelling back to 2007 to critique the blockbuster dessin animé Ratatouille. To assist me in sampling this succulent treat, I'm joined by the delicious food aficionado, Anal Beads.
Alan Mead?
What?
My name is Alan Mead.
That's not what I've got written down.
Who wrote it down?
I did.
Do you think that perhaps you wrote it incorrectly?
I find that highly unlikely.
And you think that it is more likely for someone to have the name Anal Beads?
Well, I thought it was one of those modern internet handles.
It's Alan.
Of course. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself, Anal? Alan.
Okay, hi, I'm Alan.
Yes, we've established that.
It was worth repeating though.
Well, I don't know what else to say.
Israel said you're a food blogger?
Well, I'm not a professional or anything like that.
Oh, he's just been modest.
What was the last place you reviewed?
Well, I don't review as such. I posted a photo from McDonald's this morning.
McDonald's?
You have something against McDonald's, Ben?
Not at all, but it's not exactly haute cuisine, is it?
I never took you for a food snob.
No, it's not that. Look, I go to McDonald's occasionally. Well, I don't, but... Okay, let's try again. What was your last post? Not including McDonald's.
Well, I went to KFC.
Excluding fast food.
Oh, well, let's see. Well, I had a nice piece of cheesecake from Starbucks.
If I could make a postulation...
That's a fancy word for you, Ben.
Rather than in fact being a food blogger, you just post pictures of your lunch online.
How dare you? This man is a genius.
No, I just enjoy posting pictures of my food.
No need for false modesty, Anal. Ben is just a malaprop.
I think you mean misanthrope.
I know what I mean, Ben. Anal, would you like to start?
Alan!
Yes, of course. Alan.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. So you want me to give an overview of the film,
Yes.
and you want me to start at the beginning
Yes, please.
and recount the basic story.
Yes.
Okay. If I can just make sure I understand.
Oh, for God's sake, Israel, can you just do it?
Anal. No. Alan.
So close. Israel, please.
So it starts with a mouse.
A rat.
Don't be ridiculous. A rat can't cook.
Oh, of course, how stupid of me.
A mouse called Rene,
It's... Oh, I don't care.
who dreams of becoming a chef.
Like Steven Seagal?
Precisely.
No. Jonathan Livingston Seagal.
What?
Jonathan Livingston Seagal was in the book.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well,
Izzy, please get on with it.
So the mice are evicted and Rene heads to Paris and randomly finds a restaurant he idolised. Perhaps he skipped breakfast. I get pretty hangry when I do that.
Me too.
Anyway, Rene finds a puppet by the bins and uses it to make some soup. The soup is a great success. The restaurant decides to keep the puppet, but tells it to kill the mouse.
Cartoons must be very confusing for you.
Rene begins cooking using the puppet, who turns out to be the son of the dead restaurant boss, so becomes the new boss and eats the old boss. Or something like that. Various shenanigans happen. The mouse falls out with the puppet, and they are all scared due to the arrival of a food critic.
Like me.
Only if he just takes pictures of cake.
Does he?
Oh, I don't recall, but you never know. Anyway, all the staff are killed, so the mouse's extended family take over. That may have happened slightly earlier. The evil old boss and health inspector are locked in the fridge and they cook for the critic.
What do they cook?
Spag bol.
They do not cook him a spag bol.
Yes, they do.
I'm quite partial to spag bol.
They cook ratatouille. Why on earth do you think the film was called Ratatouille?
Although I prefer an egg
I
McMuffin.
thought it was because the mouse looked a bit like a rat.
It is a bloody rat.
You dirty rat.
So, The mouse serves the spag bol and the critic loves it. But for some reason, the restaurant burns down.
It doesn't.
And they open a new one. The end.
May I ask a question?
I encourage it.
Do you do this just to torture me?
Do what?
It doesn't matter. Can we please just move on to the discussion?
Yes, okay.
So, what did we think?
Well, I had to cut back a little bit.
What?
On fatty and sugary food.
Well, you have to be careful.
Well, what are you talking about?
The doctor said that I was pre-diabetic.
That's, a real shame. Any thoughts on the film?
Well, Anal is the expert. He should start.
Alan?
What?
My name is Alan.
Are you sure?
Of course he's sure. Israel, I should think even Alan is aware of his own name.
You know who else is an expert on food?
John.
That's right.
I really liked it.
Oh, what did you like, Alan?
The lemon drizzle cake I had with Israel before filming.
What about the film?
Oh, we're still talking about that.
Alan, what did you think of the film? Let's start with the negatives. Alan, any negatives?
Negatives?
About the film, not your breakfast.
Well, I'd have to think.
With any film, except mine, of course, there are always certain issues. With this work, however, I feel they are nitpicking.
Picking.
I'm getting there, Ben.
In your own time.
Okay, so there are a few coincidences. For example, the mouse loves food. He idolizes this particular chef, and when he accidentally ends up in Paris, a rather huge city, he randomly ends up at the aforementioned chef's restaurant.
You said previously that there needs to be a coincidence.
At the beginning, Ben, to get the film started, and you're only allowed one. Except in a farce.
So, like the fact that the son of Gustav was working at the restaurant.
No, idiot. That was part of the plot and designed by his mother.
Okay, anything else?
Well,
There is a ridiculous scene of exposition when the mouse identifies all the various jobs in the kitchen. This is solely for the audience, as there is no reason he would go through all that to himself.
Wasn't he talking to the ghost?
Well, exactly. Who also knows all these things already. This could have worked if it were done as some kind of test, of course.
How is it that you know all of this, but you can't tell the difference between a mouse and a rat?
Why does the mouse have a heightened sensitivity for smell and taste? It is never explained. Why later on do the other mice suddenly want his food when previously they were happy to eat out of bins, like Ben?
Thanks. Anything, Alan?
Anything negative?
Or positive?
Or positive? Well, let me see. So
It is a classic underdog story, or in this case, under mouse.
Under rat?
It is an excellent film. It had various adult themes, but totally accessible and enjoyable by the whole family. It touches on adversity, prejudice, friendship, forgiveness, and family.
Any thoughts, Alan?
It contains a wide range of diverse characters who are all suitably fleshed out, but not too much so as to confuse the main narrative. I have mentioned several plot issues, but these are minor when it comes to the enjoyment of this film, and the only people who would notice them are genius interrogators of art, such as myself.
Okay, thanks, Israel. Alan?
Yes?
Anything?
Anything negative?
Or positive?
Or positive? Well, let me see. So
Can we just sum up?
Ratatouille is a fun, family-friendly film which has a wonderful story arc. Even the egotistical critic learns what it is to be humble and honest. Indeed, it is a shame Annie didn't see this film.
Wrap it up.
I'll end with this. The film contains the powerful message that whilst not everyone is destined to be a great artist, such as Ben, a great artist can come from anywhere and any walk of life, such as yours truly.
I've got it!
That's all from us today at Hands on Film. I hope that you've learned something, and if not, try listening harder next time. Goodbye.
And we're clear.
Jonathan Livingston Seagull strive to become something greater than he was born into, like Remy.
Save it for next time.
Next time.